Good morning, everyone. So, in the last class, we have started with the chapter Delhi Sultanate, and we have also understood regarding how this Delhi Sultanate started, and regarding the first dynasty of the Delhi Sultanate, that was the slave dynasty. Now, in the slave dynasty, we have read that the last emperor of the slave dynasty was Balban. So, what happened after the death of the Balban and his grandson, that is Kekukabad? Then what happened, and that is what we are going to read in this. We are going to study in this video. Okay. See, what happened is that Balban died in 1287 and many successors come to the throne, but they were all weak and incompetent. So nobody was able to, take care of the whole Delhi Sultanate. And that was the, kind of a time in which many people were trying to gain control of Delhi Sultanate. Okay. And there was one of the noble that is by the name of Jalaluddin Khalji. Jalauddin Khalji, what he did is that he killed Kekukabad and he established his own supremacy into the Delhi Sultanate, and this is how the Khalji dynasty started. So in Khalji dynasty, there are two important rulers which we are going to read. The first is Jalaluddin Khalji and then his nephew Alauddin Khalji. Now Jalaluddin Khalji, after coming to the throne, he actually overcome the attacks of Mongols which were happening every time from the northwest borders of India. He also, fighted against the successors of Balban also. And he, actually worked for 6 years by the willing support of all the people around him, but was actually got killed from his own nephew, that is Alauddin Khalji, who was the second person who came to the throne. So after the death of Jalaluddin Khalji, Alauddin Khalji came to the throne. He was very young, he was very ambitious, and he did a lot of work and changes into the economic and social policies of the Hindustan or Delhi Sultanate. Okay. Now the first thing he did was that he conquered many territories from the northwest borders like Gujarat, Ranthambore, Chittor, Malwa, and Jalore of Rajasthan. That is the first thing. The second thing which he wanted, which none of the emperors from the Delhi Sultanate was able to do, was to cross the Vindhyachal, and he wanted to gain territories from South India also. You can see in the map given here that he crossed Vindhyachals and he wanted to descend and he wanted to gain control of the South India also. At that time, there were so many dynasties and emperors who were taking care of the South India Deccan, like Yadavs were there, Kakatiyas were there, Hoysalas and Pandyas were there, but everybody, they were not able to fight against Alauddin Khalji, and they all accepted the dominance of Alauddin Khalji. So this is how Alauddin Khalji was also able to gain control of the Deccan. But as it was a very large empire, so he actually gave the responsibility of the Deccan region to his trusted slave, that is Malik Kafur, which you will read in history his name again and again. That Malik Kafur, who was the one of the trusted slaves of Alauddin Khalji, was given the responsibility of taking care of the Deccan. Here it is written that Yadav of Devgari, Kakatiyas of Warangal, Hoysalas of Samudra, and Pandyas of the Malabar and Mysore accepted Alauddin's overlordship because none of these emperors were able to fight against him. Okay. So by this, Alauddin Khalji, after he means reigned Delhi Sultanate for a lot of years. After that, none of the emperors were able to take care and control of this huge empire which Alauddin Khalji established. So after the Alauddin Khalji, the decline of Khalji dynasty took place. And after the Khaljis, who came to the throne? The Tughlaqs came to the throne. We are going to read about the Tughlaq dynasty in the next video, but here I am going to explain some of the economic reforms and social reforms done by the Alauddin Khalji. In this flowchart, you will see that there is a comparison between the policies between Alauddin Khalji and Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, which we are going to cover later on, but today we are going to study about what in reforms Alauddin Khalji did in his time. The first is that he checked the attacks of Mongols, and in order to do that, he strengthened his army. He increased the number of soldiers in order to make his northwest borders more stronger in order to face the control of the Mongols. Second thing is that he made many garrison towns. Now, what is a garrison? Garrison is actually a kind of fort. It is a kind of fort only, and it has small windows. It is specially made for the soldiers, and so that soldiers can live over there. They have all the kind of facilities over there, and by these forts they can keep a check on the incoming enemies. So many garrison towns and forts were made by the Alauddin Khalji, so that they can control and they can provide security to their dynasty, to their kingdom. That is why he made such kind of forts at every place. Then another thing is the revenue system. Alauddin also made sure that there should be a regular flow of money, and that is why he made a very proper revenue system, because he wanted money for the cost of maintaining his large army, and he also needed money for the administration also. Okay, so that is why that the revenue system was fixed, and everybody who was producing something, they have to give 50% of the produce to the emperor. So that was the revenue system. Then payment to the soldiers, he used to pay his soldiers in cash only. That was one of the good things. Another thing is the market policy, which we also called as the economic policy of introduced by the Alauddin Khalji. So he did a lot of things in order to control the market of Delhi. The first thing is that he set up 3 markets in Delhi. One market for food grain, another market for clothes, and the third market for the supply of horses, slaves and cattle. Second thing is that he fixed the price of all the items, all the kind of items at a very low rate, so that it is affordable by every person. Third is that he maintained a proper way of measuring the weights. It was standardized into his time only. Okay. Another thing is that he used to maintain warehouses, state warehouse. Every state used to have its own warehouse. Why? Because whenever there is a time of emergency, whenever there is a condition of famine or shortage, then they have abundant food grains available into the warehouse, so that they can release this food grain to the people when there is a lackage. Okay, so this is about Jalaluddin Khalji, then Alauddin Khalji, and after the death of Alauddin Khalji, then the Tughlaqs came to the throne, and we are going to read about the Tughlaqs into the next class. Thank you so much.